In this video, we're going to talk about breaking patterns, or another way to say it would be creating new patterns. Creating patterns or habits or ways of being that are in alignment with the way you're excited to live your life. At Mindlight, we believe that you create from the inside out. The way that you're experiencing your life and the actions that you're taking are rooted in what you believe about yourself, what you believe about the world, what your internal dialogue sounds like, what your internal momentum is building upon, and then all of that internal emotional energy then drives action. So when we're looking to shift a pattern, we don't just start with the external world. This is why when someone wants to begin a practice of exercise and they just go right to buying the dumbbells, they stop exercising within 2 days. It's because they went right to the external world without doing the internal discovery, the internal mindfulness to see where the root of creation is coming from inside them that is halting their desire to exercise. So to shift a pattern, we start by looking within. And first, we look at, what am I actually believing or protecting? What am I actually believing or protecting? So if we stick with the example of exercise, and the pattern I want to create is actually exercising, perhaps I'm believing that exercise is going to hurt or has to take an hour and a half, or maybe I'm believing that I'm not strong enough, or maybe I'm believing that I'm not fit enough to go to the gym. And so right away you can see that these thoughts are killing the momentum of creating exercise and building momentum in sitting, in protecting my body, in protecting my ego from potentially being harmed at the gym, or from the idea that I might hurt myself if I move too fast. These internal thoughts and beliefs become practice. They become ways of being, and this is the internal habit of things. What we think ongoingly is a practiced habit. It also becomes a practiced emotional state. We become practiced at freeze responses when we think of exercise. So the next thing we want to look at is, what are we energetically practicing? Am I doing this every day? And then how is the external world set up to support me continuing to practice what I don't want to practice? So if we flip this all in our head and we want to create a new pattern, first we start by doing the deep discovery work of, what am I believing about myself, about the world, or about this thing? And we want to replace beliefs that are not working for us with beliefs that will work for us. So instead of believing exercise has to hurt, it's going to hurt, and I have to be in shape in order to get in shape, we can replace those beliefs with, it's perfect to start wherever I am, and exercise can feel like play. And now we've shifted where we're operating from. And it's not enough to just say it. You have to really feel it. You have to really sit with yourself and make sure that the new beliefs you're plugging in, that you're not, what's the word? You're not skipping yourself. Find something that feels true, a belief that feels good and true, that is supporting what you want to create next. Oh, exercise gets to feel like play, and I can do just a little bit a day. And now from this belief, we're going to practice this internal momentum, this new habit. So anytime the idea of exercise comes up, we might initially have the thought, oh, it's going to be hard. And then this is where the new practice comes in. What if it's easy? What if I just play for 5 minutes to a song I love, and let the feeling of play come into the body, creating from the inside out? And then from building that internal momentum, Yeah, it can just be like play. I can just start with 5 minutes a day. All habits start with 1 minute or 5 minutes a day. I can create this new pattern now. I've been waiting my whole life to create this new pattern, building more and more emotional energy, more emotional momentum. Now we move into action. And the easier you design the external world to support you, or I should say, the more the external world is designed to support you, the easier it will be to follow through. So now, having those dumbbells you ordered right there in the living room is a benefit because you've done all the internal work. You're practicing new beliefs and new stories, and the action is easy to do because it's right there. So, from the inside out, what are we believing? What are we thinking? Practice a new way of thinking, practice a new emotion tied to this desired pattern, one that feels good. Maybe it's playful, maybe it's fun, maybe it's easeful, maybe it's curious. And then make the action easy, make it close by, make it affordable. And then practice every day. Practice, practice, practice.